welcome to the 10th episode of Puck Witches, a vibes-based podcast where we yap about all things hockey. Today is November 23rd, 2024, and I'm your host, Saint, and this is my partner in crime, Champ. Champ, how you doing today?
Well, I'm okay.
Oh, that's an improvement.
It is. It very much is.
As always, we have a lot to talk about this episode, so let's jump right into it. Champ, we gotta talk about it.
I know, Saint. I know we say every week.
Every week.
That, man, what a week. This week takes the cake.
Truly. Like, if last week was the season of comedy, this is the season of chaos.
Yeah.
It's a comedy week. Last week, and then a chaos week this week.
So, obviously, our teams are having their own little adventure, often, who knows, deciding to be good, deciding to be good, deciding to be bad. So, sometimes I pay attention to the other teams because I'm trying to be a good little podcast leader. Was not expecting the shit show that hit the fan on November 19th.
Rip the Leafs.
Rip the Leafs.
Y'all got bones
Canucks.
like they're made of Leafs. Like, I don't know what to...
Yeah, like the Canucks got screwed. The Bruins got screwed. Like
just everybody's ouchied. And I get that that's like normal to a degree, but it's also just like, I feel like it's happening in like...
back to back to back.
And not like, this team, like the OV one, which we will talk about.
Yeah.
But like in general, it's more like, can like it get any worse?
And then it does.
Leafs? Like,
and then it does.
And you're just like, God damn. And like the Oilers aren't doing so hot either in terms of injuries.
Talk about it. Injuries and shit shows and all right. So there is a hockey there's a post on Twitter from NHL Nova. Thank you for compiling this. Jesus Christ, I couldn't keep up with it. So I'm glad that she did it. Saint, I'm going to link it to you.
Okay, because I'm looking at the NHL injuries page.
Yeah.
And going, Jesus.
So this is all of the hockey news that happened on November 19th. So some of it is obviously just little silly moments. And then there's others that it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? So first one, Macklin Celebrini won his first overtime game-winning goal. Good for him.
Yay!
Austin Matthews is in Germany, but there was no change on his timeline. And as of this morning, he is skating. I did see that he's skating.
So allegedly, that is because they give them the good kush, which is like some kind of. So again, no, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But someone on Twitter, and I believe that this is true, is like that Germany will give them these kind of like injections. That are meant to accelerate healing, that are kind of
not
like...
an amulet.
Not an amulet.
Yeah,
which
okay.
Okay. Can I get my theory? Can I have my theory?
Yep.
My theory is that the amulet that John Tavares has made about not getting injured and helping him heal, which is not what the amulet is for. We've established that.
Yeah.
But that's what he believes. He believed it so hard that any injuries that were supposed to be going to him have deflected off onto the other Leafs.
You know what?
That's what I believe in my heart of hearts.
My favorite one was the bit that it was a hair transplant for Austin Matthews.
Which, like, leave that man alone.
I find it very funny, but also...
It's funny.
Mitch Marner was also playing center. Very, very interesting.
That poor kid.
Yeah. Jim Montgomery fired from the Boston Bruins. Holy
I have a lot of feelings
shit.
about that.
Go ahead. Go on.
I mean, just what the fuck?
I
think I know why they did it, which is that they either have to admit that
it's front office or
it's front office, and so get rid of Monty. It's a great excuse. However, as a Penguins fan, and I say this with love and adoration for Coach Sullivan and all that he's done for the Penguins.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we just trade him? Like, we get Jim Montgomery, they get... Because Sully's, like,
from
daughter
Boston.
is married to... What is it, Pasta? Like, I don't fucking know. His daughter is married to one of the Boston Bruins, and, like, they have kids, and, like... I can't remember when I found this out, but I was like, really? I mean, I'm not surprised, because everyone in hockey knows each other.
Yeah.
It is in some way. But, like... Okay, but Sully, don't you want to go live in Boston, be with your
Monty? Your vibes would be great.
And
for
then
the
Monty
Penguins.
could come in and just get everybody stop being
shit.
Babies. Like, everyone just get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's truly what I believe should have happened. And I hate that we're the universe where it didn't.
Right? Yeah, I get that. Have no clue what this is about. Cole Caulfield, sure.
Sure, anything happened.
Cronin, awful coach rumors. He's the
Is that
Ducks.
the Ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rumors that he's made the locker room miserable and the team hates him. I would not be surprised seeing as, what's his name? Looks,
is it Zegras?
Zegras looks so sad.
Like that. First of all, they stole his boyfriend, best
Jamie
friend,
Drysdale.
soulmate. Yeah, like we've talked about duos in hockey, and like I truly do believe that some people just click on a level that science can't explain.
Yeah.
And you guys sync together.
Mm-hmm.
Sid Crosby and Evgeny Malkin, Leon Draisaitl,
mm-hmm.
and Connor McDavid,
St. Astra and Champ Sissy.
And Champ Sissy, the famous ones. Really important. And like, but like, it's true, right? Like, even like even Evgeny Malkin and James Nealer were like, they just clicked. Like, just sometimes you click, and I feel like that's how it was for Drysdale and Zegras.
Yep.
And then when Drysdale got traded, and then it's just like, well, and then combined with this dude apparently being kind of shitty coach.
Hey Monty, I know you're looking for a job.
I think it would be so funny because the Ducks have been in a rebuild for ever. Just go over there and win the Stanley Cup.
It'd be very funny. I would allow it because underdogs, but that's about it.
Underdog rule always beats. If it can't be my team, it needs to be an underdog.
Yeah. So then the painful one for both of us where Wayne Gretzky called a hit on Alex Ovechkin and now he's out weeks after quite possibly the best start of his career.
This is, to me, how Sid Crosby was out for a year and a half with a concussion or whatever, like ridiculous number of games. This is like Ovechkin's due.
Yeah.
For like, you know what I mean? Like, and Evgeny Malkin had like the ACL and ACL, all those like the knee surgeries and all that. And Ovechkin's been very healthy. Like he's one of the ones where you just go, considering how hard he plays.
Didn't have an amulet,
but I think it sucks for hockey that he got hurt.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
He's only supposed to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
But it just sucks because it's like, this was going to be.
He was going.
And this was going to be like a season of like, he's going to break not only like
the record,
but like at the age of 39, breaking goal records and like just disproving the belief that you can't get better with age. And yes, it is his team going, we have to pass to him at all costs. Yeah. And then but he gets it.
Yeah.
Like it's like with Draisaitl when like he shoots from his corner office and they go, well, yeah, but he shoots there all the time. And it's like, yeah. And Ovechkin shoots hard and from those spots and every fucking time it goes in. Like, not every time, but like, it's just so upsetting. I'm glad it was not something that would require surgery.
Yes.
It's one of those things.
What did he end up with? A fractured
tibia?
Fibula.
Yeah, fibula.
I asked Austin, who is a bone doctor. It's not really, but he is an anthropologist. And he said that was the one that they wanted to break. It did its job.
Okay.
And because if he'd broken the tibia, he would have just been out forever. Like that's
the like you outie out.
You're done. And if that had happened, I think
that player who hit him would have to retire for his own safety. Tom Wilson's on that team. He's not safe. Like, no. Like that kid. I don't even know who hit him. I can't even remember, but
I do know that Obi is like, up and moving around. He doesn't have a limp, which it's a fracture. So for more often than not, fractures, they're not necessarily hard breaks. Like, it could just be a stress fracture.
Yeah. And not like to me, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, let it heal, wear your cast, bone brokety, whatever, but it's
rest
not.
And revert, like, get back
and
into
then put 110% into the rest of your season and you're fine.
Is this
like,
his last season?
I believe so, isn't it? Because like everybody is like, everybody's
Flower,
acting like it is.
Because Flower made this whole big deal of, I'm retiring, this is my last season.
I don't think he's
announced. He probably wouldn't announce it if he's like, I'm gonna get the final goal. Like,
no. It expires at the 2025-20. Oh, at the end of the
so next
2025.
season.
So it's next season. Okay.
So he's gonna be.
So
40.
he still has a whole nother season to get this record.
Yeah.
But it would be so fucking cool if he did it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Like, and to have the start that he had, and then to see it just kind of get hurt by injury. It's the name of the game. Like, that's how it is in hockey. Yeah. And it sucks though. It sucks so hard. I hope he heals quick, just for the sake of the sport.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't have to like him as a person. You have got to admit he's an incredible player. We're watching history being made.
Yeah, he is. People talk about generational talents.
Yes.
I think Ovechkin and Sid Crosby and Wayne Gretzky are like, they're the one and dones.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and Gino Malkin. I can't forget. I'm sorry, baby.
Wow, you're pulling on everybody in Pittsburgh.
Gino is a generational talent.
Yes.
I think it's just different play styles though. Like, Gino or Ovechkin is a goal scorer.
Yeah.
And Sid for a long time was really a 200-foot hockey player.
Yeah.
And Gino's just fucking shit. The way he skates and his just incredible, like the shit he can pull off in his prime was insane. Like, yeah, just absolutely crazy. Like,
and then like Connor and Leon will be generational.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's also something to note is like, because we got onto hockey late, but like nerding about like the differences in the hockey eras, which we knew were a thing.
Yeah.
But like, basically you can do adjusted statistics because basically the save percentage has decreased over time.
Decreased?
And yes.
Yeah.
It used to be like everything was a fucking 1-goal game, basically. Like, over comparatively to now, not like every time, but like,
we put the comparison of it's like early gymnastics to gymnastics now.
Yeah, like it's just a different sport. There was different rules, different play styles, and like there was the dead puck era, which I in the off season will probably start reading about. If anyone has books to recommend on like hockey history, I would love them because I fucking love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, give me the cool info on like what were the eras, what were the differences between them. Like, you can look it up on Wikipedia, but it's way more fun to like read it from
sit in your sunroom.
Sit in my sunroom, sit in the garden. I'll just fucking read books. But yeah, like,
we're gonna have a lot of time to fill next year.
We never have time. But yeah, like I think it's cool. Like, someone had done the adjusted stats on it, basically. And that if Ovechkin was playing at the same time as Gretzky, he would have outscored him by now, like, significantly. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's why I think stats, although they're really, really cool, I think you do have to take consideration into adjusted statistics. They're not the statistics, but I think they should be a part of the conversation when you're talking about these kinds of things.
Right. So then we go back to the Leafs, because of course we do, with Ryan Reeves being willing to talk about the hit against Darnell Nurse, plus the suspension for 5 games, but the Maple Leafs would not let him. First of all, that hit was fucking insane. That was, we had just gotten off of filming last week's Puck, which is when that happened. Like, I think we literally closed our recording software and saw Nurse getting fucking, there's not enough, like, obliterated.
Yeah, train wrecked.
Yeah. And then the rest of the week was very similar to this in that we've had a lot of really big hits. And I have not necessarily ever liked Ryan Reeves. I know that's his air quote role, but he's had a lot of these very similar hits, and it's just one of those where it's kind of like where you look at it and you go, I don't get a good vibe from him. And so I understand that he has, done some significant work for the Leafs, and got them to where they are today, but that you can't keep doing that after you've been suspended for the same shit without expecting worse.
We say this as people who enjoy the Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
But we missed that era of them being fucking thugs.
Yeah.
Oh God. But like, my thing is, and I don't give a fuck what player you are. I don't give a fuck what team you're on.
Yeah.
I don't like hits to the head.
Yeah.
I don't.
We have all this stuff about CTE.
Keep your head up. Shut the fuck up. I get it. Sometimes it's unavoidable because as people do say, keep your head up, dude. If your head is a foot lower than it's supposed to be, yeah, you're going to get head contact. But on the other side, as a player who's doing the hitting, you need to control yourself. And sometimes you can't stop. Sometimes it's just fucking physics. This one was not physics.
Yeah. So there was one against Matthew Nyes, who's also a Leaf player, against the Golden Knights.
I think that should have been the exact same fucking thing. It was not as bad as the hit as Nurse. And Colby Armstrong disagrees with me on this. And I love you, Colby, but I don't like hits to the head. And I understand that it was incidental contact, so maybe it doesn't get a 5-game suspension.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The Vegas Golden Childs not only get away with that hit, come away with a power play. Yep. Are you fucking kidding me? How can we constantly police because this is what we really, really hate the hypocrisy of the NHL, like, safety regulations and all of the rules. How are you going to tell me that a high stick with blood is a double minor, but incidental contact as a hit to the head that results in a player having to leave the game is not called? Because it wasn't what? Oh, it was an accident. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? I don't, we have seen the damaging effects every time these players get hit. Every single time. It is a micro concussion. Every fucking time. Get it out of the league. I don't care if you want to do, I love the crazy hits. Do not get me wrong. I love them.
I love watching helicopter hits. I think helicopter hits are fucking crazy. And I understand that these players put themselves in the situation to take these big hits, and that they are, they were paid for this. But you have to understand that they are literally getting hurt every single time that they go out there. Like, they are rattling their brains around, and they're going to be squishy by the time they're 39 years old. Your
brain is jello loose jello. Yep. With some water around it.
Water.
And then in a, Tupperware container. If you keep shaking it, the jello's going to break. That is literally our brains, guys. So every time they take these big hits, they get rattled. That's what happened with Sid. It wasn't the first concussion. It's the second, which is why I really appreciate that we've enhanced concussion protocol.
Yes.
I think every fucking time that happens, they need to be. I also don't like that I keep seeing fights and these guys are getting hit in the heads.
No concussion just going to the bench. Yep.
I'm like, could we maybe just check their pupils a little bit? Like we did. Could we just do a quick?
And that's, again, we're not saying no more fights in hockey.
That's my favorite fucking part of hockey.
It's just, if you're going to take some level of precaution, take it for everything.
Yeah, I don't like the wishy-washy. And there was a huge difference between the hit
there really
on Nurse.
Was, and nice.
Because Reeves was gunning for it over a long distance.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that one goalie thing we were watching.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, you had the time to stop or to not, and I don't agree with the Leafs that were saying that, I don't even remember who did the hit for the Knights, but that he jumped up into the hit. Because
you brace yourself.
You brace yourself, and physics is physics, okay?
Yeah.
Two forces colliding, your feet leave the air. It happens every fucking time. I think it was kind of charging, but I don't think it was charging in the concept of lifting his feet up in the air. I think that it was I
just don't understand how they got the power play.
That's what I don't even remember what the fucking call was, but that's what I am not a Leafs defender by any means, but
you're a human being defender.
I'm a human being defender, and I think that was fucking bullshit. That I can see why Leaf fans think the NHL helps them. Yeah, because dude, what the fuck? How are you not gonna give them at least? There shouldn't because sometimes the refs do this where they're like, all right, we didn't call that one, or you two fucking idiots just collided together. We're gonna let it wash.
Yeah.
Call it fucking mulligan. That to me, when you see a team that has already gotten so many injuries, this guy clearly got hit in the head. Whether you like it or not, there was head contact.
Yeah.
It should be a minor of some kind, or just this will be under review. I don't get it how you're gonna
it's just and tonight Nurse is playing, which is wild. It's been a week, which I
don't like that.
I don't like it.
I don't like that. He took I don't know what that concussion grade was.
Yeah.
It takes your brain a lot longer than a week to heal from a concussion. I don't care what they say. They're like, yeah, they're fine after. No, you're still the human body has, again, physical limitations to how fast it heals. If I get a paper cut, if I get a bruise, like, dude, and that's what a concussion is. It is a bruise on your brain.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I have a bruise here and it takes me a week, like, I just don't think we should be risking, like, we're so early in the season.
Yeah.
We don't need to be at the top of the standings. I understand losing sucks. Is it worth Nurse being out on long-term injury because he has a fucking grade 3 concussion because you let him get hit again? He's a defender. That's his job. It's
well,
not
no,
like
he's a forward. Let's be real.
Oh, that's he's
he's a forward.
You scared me for a second because I was like, am I losing my mind? Is Nurse not a defender? What happened? I'm an alternate. I thought this was some Berenstein Bears shit.
No,
I remember it. It was just champ bit.
Lord. So then we also have for the Canucks, which the Canucks had one hell of a week too. JT Miller had a sudden unexpected leave. We're wishing him all the best. He needs a reset. I get it.
Yeah, but let's again.
Mental health is important.
Yeah, toxic masculinity sport. I think it's better than some because of like just the nature of the game. You kind of have to accept. But I think they're getting better about it, or I hope they are. Yeah. Like, yeah, whatever he has going on, I hope he gets through it. Yeah. You know, especially if it's mental. Players need to take their time. Like that's what. That's everybody should not. Our brains are connected to our bodies, guys. Like, just you would take off if your arm was hurt, if your wrist was hurt, if your brain's hurting, take some time off.
So then we have the unfortunate revelation of the Pens choking another lead late in the third and losing in overtime.
We've done that. We've lost more overtime games this season. It is not even the end of November than we did in the entire 2020 to 2021 season.
Yeah.
It's 4. And here's the thing. What's worse, I just watched a game last night with the Jets. First period sucked. Yeah. We fucking blew it. And then we were playing hard and good, and it just was too late. And that's how we were playing. That's how we switch it, like coin flip ass team, where it's like either most of the time the Pens have just been choking a two goal lead.
Yeah.
Every fucking time we've done it, I think we have blown 8 leads. And of those, I think 6 of them became losses or something like that. Or 4 of them became losses. The stats on them are ridiculous. I mean, like, again, Sullivan, I like you.
You're not doing a good job.
Your expiration date was 3 years ago.
Yep.
And now it's rotten. Like, it's just, there is no, and we're not a good team. Don't get me wrong. Sid Crosby and Gino cannot carry this team on their backs, and all of the other good players. But like, we're not a good team. Yeah. But we should not be as bad as we are, because this is just some basic fucking shit. That like, don't blow a 2-goal lead. Don't, whatever. At least we won the shootout.
The overtime.
But it was
loss,
against
though,
the Sharks.
Was rough. That loss was the one with Jari, who just was way out of position. Was that one, or was it the next one? That
was that one. That one was the one where like
he was swimming.
And I'm not a diehard Jari defender. Don't get me wrong. I defend goalies just on the principle of them being goalies. A lot of people obviously hate Jari, and I think they have more reason to, because again, I'm a newer fan. But this is like his thing. He either lets it go in the first shot, like he's let the first shot on goal in like 3 times or something like that this season, which is bad. And then he's solid, or he's solid the whole time, but when it counts, he blows it. Yeah. He did it during the playoffs. He's done it, and I have seen this personally happen last season and this season, where it's like there was no reason for him to be that far out of the goal. None. And we scream every time the goalies leave their net.
For even like the little things. Even
just them retrieving the puck. In overtime, he never should have been outside the blue paint.
I mean, never. He was almost in the triangle.
Yeah. There was no, and it wasn't like, they skated so fast and got to, there was no reason. And it was the same thing like last night. It was just like, some of it is bad bounces sometimes, but like there was a shot that they took that went in, the Jets. He reacted to it a full blink after it was already in the net.
Yeah.
I mean,
it'd be like putting you in the goal.
I'm not saying I could do better, because I couldn't, but I have ADHD and he doesn't seem to have the fundamentals, but it's crazy because he was doing well at Wilkes-Barre, and I think he is just not an NHL goalie, and that's okay. I think he's a great AHL goalie. And
Bring Blommer back. Bring Blommer back.
He just got a fucking shutout.
I saw that, yeah. At the same time of them choking this lead, I know you saw this. Biz prompted to picket in front of Sidney Crosby's house.
Biz nasty. I'm a fucking...
Until he goes to Colorado. Never gonna happen.
He's so... I can't... It's like a court jester. Yeah. Where you can't tell what's... Like, I sometimes it's a bit, right? Yeah. Like, sometimes he's trolling. But because...
I don't think this was trolling.
This was not trolling. Like, because it's when he goes, like, too serious and, like, other people call him out, and then he, like...
doubles down.
He doubles down, or he gets, like irrationally responsive and upset on Twitter.
Lord.
And I'm like, it's... Okay, someone take away your phone, first of all. Second of all, again, it is 90% of the time, I think, he's being legitimate, and then the 10% of the time he's just trolling.
Yeah.
Because he does this all the time, where I'm like, how can you have the most rancid takes 90% of the time? And then 10% of the time, they're all right. But, like, this one, I can't tell if it's just because he wants to be relevant. I don't understand.
Yikes.
Like, I'm being mean, but I hate this. It's so boring. It's so stupid.
It's never going to happen.
Sid is not going anywhere.
No.
And the only reason is, does Biz have a blue check mark? Is he just getting impressions from you?
Probably.
Like,
I think so.
He's getting ad revenue because every time you click on his tweets and respond, he gets impressions on it, and so he makes money.
Yeah.
If that's the case, get your bag, bitch. But could you do it with my man's name out your mouth? Like, I don't... Stop. He's never going to Colorado.
Oh, Lord.
If he's gonna... Could you imagine, though, the absolute shit show for Sid to, first of all, leave the Penguins? Never will happen.
No.
That man is a ride or die Penguin. He has said it a million times. I don't know why anyone has any question in their hearts or minds, or any with over 2 brain cells. Second of all, could you imagine if Sid Crosby, Canadian national treasure, Prince of Canada, went to another team and it was an American team?
Oh my God.
Like, I'm crying.
It just wouldn't work. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen, so shut up about it. Like, go write your fanfics, okay, Paul? Like, just go...
Be delusional like the rest of us, but do it in your own... the privacy of your own home.
People can write fanfics about whatever they want, and usually it's about, like, their favorite ships, or, like, you know, you can write about whatever you want, okay? We don't need you to write a self-insert fanfic where you marry Sid Crosby. You can write You can if you want to, but you know what you could also do? You can go write the alternate universe in which Sid Crosby, after this nonsense, defects and goes to the Colorado Avalanche. Go write that fanfic, Biz. Go do it. I believe in you.
As a fan fiction writer myself, I think that's a little OOC for Sid Crosby.
It is OOC, which is why it has the alternate universe tag on it.
All right.
It has out of character tags on it.
We still have 2 more pages to go.
Okay. All
right. So then there's this thing with the Canes involving fake girlfriends and stalkers. Did you see this?
Yes. So I had heard about this. And like I it all gets lost in the sauce for me of like there's apparently like
speaking of delusional.
Yeah, speaking of Delulu, apparently this happens like all the time to like all teams, because there's like there was someone, oh my God, who was it? There was the Canucks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had a stalker on their team, and like she like followed. It's basically very common, or I should say, it happens to like someone on every team, where there is like people who fake being the girlfriends of a hockey player, but then also there are ones who fake it and then stalk, or are just stalkers. And I think it's really weird that we don't take it more seriously. Like, the NHL needs to ban these people from buying tickets. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this is really... But if this was a man doing this, to restraining order. Like, I'm not even kidding. Restraining order. Leave these poor players alone. They're not like, it's
then the Ducks are on a 3-game win streak. So
if they win, against the Boston Bruins, in February, I'm gonna.
We talk about underdogs, but underdogs only go so far.
Yes, when I'm paying more money than a car payment to go watch hockey, I need the team to win once. Mm-hmm. Like, I have never seen my team win in person. I need them to fucking break the streak. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
fuck, that's right. I've forgotten about that. Well, you have the chance in February.
We have 2 chances.
Yeah.
We have 2 chances.
This is also bonus early hours of Wednesday. November 20th. Patrick Liney participated in the first practice since his injury. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the Flyers defense and their starting goalie injured against Carolina.
What happened?
I have no clue. I just know it was not great. The Maple Leafs centers consist of potentially Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and whatever he can summon from his amulet. The OV was officially put on international recovery. Jesus Christ. Injured reserve. Also, there was some shit going on in the rest of sports. This week is Vegas F1. Sure. You see giant faces on the fucking sphere. It's going great. But yeah, that's the biggest stuff. It also just kept going. So that, oh wait, there's more. Hang on. Oh yeah, the guy on the Minnesota Wild had his testicle ruptured by a puck, and now has a dented nut cup.
Which I feel like it's so funny because like my mom, obviously Tanger's top Tanger fan club,
the queen.
She was so mad that like they wouldn't tell us what was wrong with him. I'm like, Mom, it says illness.
On the Wild?
Like,
on
Tanger. And she was like, but I want to know what it was because she's really worried about like his strokes that he's had and things like that. I was like, well, it wasn't an injury. Like he could have just had like COVID or like the flu. Yeah, like they just called it an illness, which is really vague. And I understand why, because it you should be patient. Like it's not something for us to know.
Yeah.
But so then for like I guess the whiplash of like we are not talking about this, and but then we're gonna talk about this poor kid getting
it was
that hard.
But the thing is, I think one of his besties told that.
It wasn't like the team announced it. But I'm just saying, like,
which that's terrifying. Jeez, glad he's okay. He will get to keep the testicle. What a crazy sport. I'm surprised that actually like did that much damage. You know what I mean? Because they all have cups.
Yeah, like
crazy.
Again, this is why like Nola Chari the other night, he was actually there's that one Twitter user Fry who made the questions I want to ask NHL players.
Yes.
And they did the coach one too, and like teams have been actually responding to it. And I think it's very cute. One of the players was like, do you ever not want to block shots? And the player was like, yeah. Like, because I'm thinking, me personally, if I have a 97-mile-an-hour frozen disc of rubber coming at my face, I'm done. Boosh bomb, Ovechkin, like, no thank you. I'm good.
That's why we say goalies are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't care. All the padding in the world. It's still finna hurt. Like, I'm just, nope.
The last couple ones, Connor Garland named his baby Quentin, and yet it's not because of Quinn Hughes, but it is because of Jaws. But then he also named Quinn Hughes the godfather of his new baby. So who the fuck knows?
Who's to say?
There was yet another round of Jack Hughes discourse, which I think there are people. They are people. They're not icons. This is why you don't meet. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I did. And so there's two camps. Well, there's like obviously three camps.
Don't
meet
your heroes.
Don't meet heroes. There's the one that's like, okay, but someone said that like the person who was being rude about like his teammates or like other people, and it's like, well, of course he's not gonna be nice to you. He doesn't owe you that.
No.
And then other people were like, no, he's paid to do these things. And
they're not fucking whores.
I don't care. Like I don't.
This isn't the Hunger Games. We're not pimping the players out to be nice to you.
Yeah, like, I think a modicum of, like...
respect.
Being polite. Hi, how are you? Like, oh, yeah, you enjoy... He can be, like... But also, like, there's days... Because I used to work front-facing.
Yeah.
There's days I was a bitch, you know?
What?
Yeah, no, but, like, I genuinely, in my job, I was usually... got lots of compliments for how nice I was, and, like...
That's the most surprising part.
Yeah, I know it is weird because you guys only see this side of me, but my work face is very different than my off work face. But like there were times where I would just go like bitch mode, and it's like, and it's not. I wasn't being rude. I matched the energy I got. Basically, I wasn't going out of my way to be crazy nice.
Yeah.
And so I don't really blame these players where it's like they just had a fucking bag of skates and practice and exhausted and grumpy, and they haven't seen their wife or their kids or something in 2 days, and like they're people. Like I don't they're gonna have days that are not their best. I don't know. I don't expect. I think it's also that parasocial thing of like people not understanding that their perception of these players is not going to match what, and also how these players treat each other is not how they're going to treat you.
Right.
Like
they don't know you.
They don't fucking know you. Like, don't be weird about it.
Yeah. So, and then finally we have the Hartford Wolfpack doing a photo shoot. I have no clue what this is.
The JCPenney one?
Oh.
The Flyers did it too, didn't they?
No, I know that the JCPenney tagged the Kraken on TikTok to do it. No,
but the Flyers in the preseason, didn't they do... They had Gritty go and do poses with him.
Gritty did it. Gritty did it.
No, but he did it with players.
I don't remember the players.
I hold on.
We'll find this. We will find this.
Gritty, JCPenney photo shoot. Yeah, it was with Scott Lawton.
Okay. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, they persuaded forward Scott Lawton to take awkward photos at a local JCPenney to do video posts. I remember this distinctly because it was in July. It was July 8th, 2024, and it was like one of the only like news information on that day or something. I was like, I fucking love Gritty.
Yep.
Hate the Flyers, love Gritty.
Okay. Well,
Saint. Because remember this, and we were saying everybody needs
to do the awkward.
To do this. Yep. It's so funny. Like, I think, especially with the mascots, like, I think that's so fucking funny.
All right. Well, Saint, we've talked a lot about this today, but I think there's something we're missing. Do we have a sponsor today?
We do have a sponsor today. Today's sponsor is Saint Astra, Twitch streamer, cosplay, and artist. You can support her by purchasing from her Etsy or subscribing on twitch.tv/Saint Astra. Use your free Prime sub and get access to cute little emotes. Saint Astra's Etsy also sells a variety of jewelry, decorations, and trinkets. Everything is handmade and crafted with the perfect balance of love and spite. All proceeds go directly to the Saint Astra Dry-Saddle Jersey Fund.
Saint, I know that we've talked about this a little bit, but we are haters at our core.
I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to show you all that I am the hater of all time.
So Saint and I, a couple weeks ago, made tier lists.
A month ago, actually.
A month ago, okay. So a month ago, we made tier lists because we were bitching about hockey, as one does.
And it was like the start of the season, so we were like, all right, let's do a vibe check.
Yeah.
On the teams, and then at the end of the season we can do another one.
Yes, so this is going to be
compare and contrast.
This is going to be our vibe check. It's going to be a long segment. So we're only doing this one. But Saint, explain. I have your tier list right here in front of me. Explain it, please.
My heart and soul, the Pittsburgh Penguins. When you say that girls are into hockey because the players are hot and they just want to see a team win, I became a fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins after they sucked.
Yeah.
Like I didn't choose this life. We soul bonded. It's over. Like I've committed. And I had to pick them when they're at their worst. But my heart and soul. Oilers, I love you. I truly do. They are the closest to the Penguins that they can possibly be.
They're the West Coast Penguins.
They're my West Coast, but the Penguins are always number one. But Oilers are a close number two. I really do. It's Leon Draisaitl. They were the first hockey team that I ever watched.
Yeah.
Like the first hockey game was the Oilers.
And I went, hey, that one's you.
And yeah, she pointed at Leon Draisaitl and went, that's you. And I went, oh. And every day he proves us right with the clips on social media. It's just so real. I also loved their playoff run.
Yeah.
It was so cool to have our first playoff run go that deep and get to enjoy the playoffs like that. Boston Bruins, I am a bitch and I love the city of Boston and I love being a menace all the time. And I feel like there's really no better team for that.
To be fair, I think that they are the team that embodies you the most.
Which is so funny. Because I think the Penguins do because they're gifted burnout syndrome kids.
Oh, that's also
who
a good
suck
point.
Now. The Penguins are my heart and soul.
Boston's your external.
Yeah. Boston's my bad bitch mood. I have to tell you, my mom likes the Bruins more than she likes the Oilers now because the Bruins are on at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And the Oilers are on later, so she's been watching the Bruins more, and she also loves that they fight all the time. This is my mother who 3 months ago went, I hate it when they fight. Now goes, look, Sid's fighting. It's so funny. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I do love the Bruins. And truthfully, we got into them for the goalie hugs. We watched them. I was watching them ironically, and then the goalie hugs happened, and I was like, "Yep."
It was the funny part about the Bruins is I clearly said you can't like the Bruins. We're not allowed to like the Bruins because when I first got into hockey, I was watching a lot of old clips, and Marshy was being Marshy. And it was a very much, oh yeah, you have to kind of, they're the team that you kind of hate to love. And now it's not ironic anymore.
Yeah. Like it's one of those we flew too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun.
You know, you love and hate are the same coin and you either flip it or you don't. And unfortunately we flipped it. So, my other two is I am rooting for you, but only when it's not my team. Dallas Stars, we just like their vibes. I kind of liked them during the playoffs. And I don't know, they had good vibes. I don't know about now because I haven't been watching them as much, but last year's team I really enjoyed watching. I like their barn. I like their alternate jerseys. Like they just had a cool vibe. I like that they're that color green. It's really fun.
The lime.
Sabres I'm legally obligated to root for because I have to root for one New York team as a person who lives in the state of New York, but I don't like the Rangers or the Islanders. So I was like, well, it's got to be the Sabres. Florida Panthers, again, in-law team. I have to like them because my family is a Panthers team. They did not endear me very much at all
during the playoffs.
During the playoffs, they did. No, not at all. Actually, like I was a fan when they beat the Rags, and that was about it. We're okay / nuance. Seattle Kraken, again, I like their vibes. I like that they're a new franchise. I think they're cool. I like that they've put a lot of thought into things. I like some of their players. They just seem like a fun team so far. I like their coach, Jessica Campbell. She's the assistant coach, but it's still really, really cool. And
but she's the coach.
She's the coach. She's coach. Sharks, I have to just love an underdog, you know? And they weren't always an underdog. They have the coolest fucking jersey colors. I love the Shark, everything about it. I hope they do better. Like, I hope Macklin Celebrini really helps them out a little bit. They deserve a cup. New Jersey Devils, we have people and this is actually your guys' fault.
Yeah.
Because people were commenting and we're like, you should check out the, and it's all over my TikTok and everybody like, so you know what? They're okay. I as again am a hater, and because I hate the other teams in that area, I like it when beat them.
Yep.
So it's very funny to me. Sense, it's really just for Lena Solmark. I'm not gonna lie. Nuance and Columbus Blue Jackets. They've been through enough.
Yeah.
And I won't say much more than that, but you know, and they've got, you know, the cool. I hate their canon so much, but you know,
no, it's very funny though.
It is very funny.
It's very clever for them.
If it didn't happen against my team so
That's
often,
fair.
I would like it more.
You know, I agree.
But yeah, I wish them better than they've had. The Wild, I should love them. They're in my no strong feelings, but I'm not rooting for you tier. Because of Flower, but. And I they're cool. They're okay. I don't hate them, but like, you know,
I'm kind of mad at them right now.
I'm a little upsetty spaghetti, but it is funny because they're not a team that has really had any like major significance towards being cup contenders in a while, and so the people are like, oh, the cup contending. Sure. And the Wild fans are freaking out. They're like, stop saying that. Like, shut up. Stop saying that. Ducks, again, we love an underdog. You used to have the best jersey in the league. The orange is good, but you know, the teal is so pretty. Again, an underdog. I hope you do better. I guess your coach sucks, so I hope that works out.
Maybe you'll get Monty, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll move up a slot.
Yep. The Winnipeg Jets. They're if I had, because I don't like any other Canadian teams, I guess. So we said this last week that if any team is gonna win the cup before the Oilers, the Jets were the one that I was like okay with, which I may have cursed. Because they're doing so well, first round playoff exit incoming. But yeah, I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I have no real strong feelings on them. I wish they could fucking chill out against
Hellebuck.
You have Connor Hellebuck, and you're putting him against my decrepit loser fail team of the Pittsburgh Penguins in the year of our Lord and Savior 2024. Really? You couldn't give us your backup goalie for that one? So they
oh my god.
Capitals, I just want to see Ovi break the records. And they're what I wish the Pens were vibe-wise. They were like, we're going to suck, but we're going to suck together.
And funny.
And then they stopped sucking. Yeah, they're funny. They seem like they have really, really vibes. Their team also seems to be pretty good sports about like when the Pittsburgh Penguins win and we go take over their like the monument across the street. Like it's we're okay, and they have cool alternate jerseys. The Leafs, I just feel bad for you, but not enough that I want you to win.
Yeah, it's a bit now.
It's just a bit now. So I don't hate you. It's just for the comedy. Flyers, again, if this was 10 years, even 5 years ago, I'd fucking bottom of the list. But I like gritty, so I can't. Mm-hmm. And some of their they seem like Tortorella seems to have chilled out a little bit in some ways. So they seem like they have a pretty fun vibe.
Sure.
Overall, Utah Hockey Club, it's only there because to be the Arizona Coyotes. If they were still the Arizona Coyotes, they would be up higher.
Yeah.
But I'm mad.
Okay. And now we get to the controversial takes.
To the hater tags.
Okay, here comes the hater talk.
Let me just preface this. This is all based on vibes. Hockey, and this is why I think more people in fandoms should get into sports. You're allowed to hate things for no fucking reason. Yeah. Okay? And I'm a hater, so I just pick one thing and go, all right. Avalanche, I don't like Nate Mac. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't. Everyone's gonna kill me for that. I think he's fine as a person. Yeah. I just,
it's the comparisons to Sid.
Yeah. Well, just I don't know. They're just not a team that I like watching. I do feel bad that they've been injured to hell and back this season. But yeah, I have no. Yeah, no, I don't care for them. Mm-hmm. Like they just did not pass my vibe check. The Hobbs, I wanted to tolerate them, and then every time they're on the ice this season alone, it's just like that one guy trying to kill somebody, and I'm like, fuck you. I don't like that. And all this I don't like. Yeah, whatever. I can't even remember. Whatever. I'm a hater. Fuck the Hobbs. Yeah. I'm so I just don't like that. All the calls too. I don't like their crowd. In the bar, like when we're playing at those in the Hobbs barn, I don't fucking like it. Yeah. Nashville Predators, I hated that Saros was like, I'd lay on a puck to stop a good goal, and I was like, if it was my goalie, I'd say that's funny, but because it's fuck you. I also hated that last year at the end of the season we had like 3 goals overturned, goaltender interference, and it was like Rusty existing in the same space as him. Yeah. And I fucking hate that weak ass shit. I really don't like it at all. I'm so sorry that you have the hottest roster in the league visually, and now you're at the bottom. It's kind of funny though.
It's very funny.
Tampa Bay Lightning, it's just no loyalty. Fuck you. No loyalty. No, fuck you. I hate that with Stamkos. That like soured me. Of their entire thing. And also the Florida Panther rivalry. The Canes, you're great at hockey, so boring to watch. And I hate that you embarrass all of my other teams, and then you couldn't even be the decent Rags last playoff, so boo. Islanders, again, boring. I have no interest in you. Nothing excites me about watching you play. And also they got us out of the playoffs, and it just, fuck you.
All right, here we go.
To the proper fuck you tag.
This is going to be very funny. This is going to be very funny because in about 10 minutes, we're going to be doing sportsmanlike conduct. All right, keep going.
Vegas Golden Children. Some of these are going to flip flop because some of them it's like, I just hate you because I hate you. And then others, it's like, I have legitimate.
Yeah.
So Vegas Golden Children, you got handed a sweetheart franchise deal, constantly getting the calls for you. I just fuck you and the way you fucked over Flower after promising him that you weren't gonna just fuck you. I hate the Vegas Golden Knights. They have a really sick arena and it makes me angry. The Rangers, I just fuck you and Captain Elbow. I really hate the Rangers. It is fun watching them fight in the big battles of Manhattan, and it is fun. I don't even like the Battle of New York. I just think the battle with New Jersey is funnier and better. Yeah, I don't like them at all. Everybody's like, why don't you root for the Rangers? You're in New York. Fuck you. I don't like the Rangers. Nope, don't like them. The Detroit Red Wings, I can't remember why I hate them.
That's even worse.
Specifically.
That's even worse.
But it's like, I just decided I was a hater. They have a lot of players that I hate.
That's right, yeah.
So like that, my hatred of those players then for legitimate reasons, then transformed into like, okay, but now fuck you. Also, like, they were only useful when it hurt the Penguins last year in the play, and I was like, fuck you. Yeah, so I hate them. It's funny because we have friends who are from like the Michigan area, not from Detroit, but from Michigan. Well, why do you hate? Don't say fuck the Red Wings. The Kings, fuck the Kings. Fuck the Kings. Fuck the Kings. I'm so mad that we lost our boys. I will say they're really fun to beat up in the playoffs with the Oilers. That's hysterical to me. I just don't. They had the sickest jerseys and then got rid of it.
Yeah.
With the crown logo and the cool. Fuck the Kings. St. Louis Blues. This was because they stole my babies.
Yep.
They stole P.O. Joseph. They stole Broby and they stole Hollywood. And fuck the Blues. I don't fuck the Blues. Chicago, we're gonna get political. I hate their racist ass fucking logo.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's the best. Like, shut the fuck up. The family hasn't seen a cent. So when you start paying the family the millions of dollars that they are owed, then we can talk about it.
Also, they're hate fucking over Connor Bedard.
Yeah. I hate that Connor Bedard went to them. I wish that he went to any other team. I would have taken him literally on this whole fuck you list, except for Vegas, anyone else. He could have gone to the Flames and I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that team. I hate their scandals. Fuck you, Stan Bowman. Fuck everybody in that organization. Fuck the people that were involved in the cover-up of the sexual assault case. Fuck everybody. I hate Chicago. We will not say their name on this podcast because it's racist and stupid. It's Chicago. So that's my legitimate reason to hate them. And also they stole Patrick Maroon and half the Bruins. Can you give them back? The Canucks, it's just the rivalry. I don't actually hate them as much as Champ does, but I do hate them just on principle. I think it's funny because every time I talk about the Canucks to people who are not hockey players or hockey people, they go, that sounds like a slur. Like 3 different people have been like, is that a word you're allowed to say? I'm like, it's kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It's their name. I do like the Orca though. That's cool.
You can't say that.
I do like the Orca. It's
you can't say it. You cannot say that.
We have to admit because
no, we don't have to admit it. Keep going.
I think the Orca's cool.
Hey! I'm calling a penalty on that. You're cross-checking. You can't do that.
I think you mean cross-talking.
No, cross-checking. You can't support that team at all.
Okay. Oh my god, I just liked the logo. I've already been talking nonstop.
Listen, I don't even give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Get in the box. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Book talk specifically about hockey romances and the absolute inundation of hockey romances is, in a word, fine. Except for the fact that none of the people writing have ever watched a hockey game in their fucking life. It is absolutely infuriating to me. The tweet that set me off for this, by the way, to the point where I messaged Champ and was like, I'm going to lose it, was by Goalie Taps on Twitter, who said, the defensemen in this hockey romance are mean to their goalie. In what world? All caps. What have you ever interacted with anything? There's entire fucking, like, compilation videos about you touched my goalie, die. Nikita Zadorov, king that he is, was like, fucking touch my goalie again and almost killed a man for like, just what the fuck are you on about? These people who, like, there was this one list up from a roster where they, like, you know, put the roster at the beginning of the book, and it was like someone was a defenseman, a center, and then they had forwards but not wingers as a position, and like 3 goal, like, they don't know shit. I have no problem with trashy romance novels. I think they are a cornerstone and a foundation of our society and literature. They are so important. If you're going to go for a mindless cash grab, could you please use the Google search engine or YouTube and watch a single game? Hockey is in almost every major city in America, whether it's an AHL level or an NHL level. Go watch a hockey game. Go support your local hockey team and watch a fucking hockey game. And then you can write about it. Do an ounce of research. It is absolutely infuriating to me. And I support the few books. If you have recommendations for good, smutty hockey books that actually know about hockey, put them in the comments below, because I haven't found one fucking yet.
You got 9 seconds. Keep going.
I hate it. As a writer, it pisses me off. I spend more time researching content than I do actually writing about
you're out of the
content.
box.
Fucking do your research.
This is very funny. I'll get into it in a minute, but this is very funny because I wrote a hockey romance. And
yes, you did.
Going back to it now, I would do a lot of stuff differently, but I'll get into that in a minute. Okay.
But you still have like the basic understanding. And now she made me take this penalty when I had one fucking team left.
Go ahead, please finish.
It's the Calgary Flames. It's for the Battle of Alberta. Yeah. I'm legally obligated to hate you. Sometimes I go, maybe I don't hate them as much. And then the Battle of Alberta happens, and I'm like, fucking kill that man, Yanmark. Like, fucking beat that man's ass. I hope we destroy them. Yeah, I don't. Also, aren't they the Thrashers? Who's the Thrash? Are they the second? Like, they're one of the what? It's just, I don't even know. Like, it just.
All right, well, that's Saints hater talk. We're gonna get into mine really fast. I'm already looking at this list, and I can tell you a lot of it's changed. I cannot wait to go back to the start of, at the end of the season, and like look at the stuff that's
we'll
different.
definitely do this at like maybe.
It's for summer, yeah. The funny part is, like, I'm looking at this list and going, oh, they exist, but it's only been a month, and now I'm like, I know these teams inside and out because it's entirely because of the podcast. So it's just keep that in mind. It's gonna change. Number 1, my heart and soul absolutely goes to the Oilers. They were the reason that I got into hockey, and it was by complete and utter accident because I was writing a hockey romance. And I was looking for a character to compare to my main character and ended up finding Connor McDavid, and now I'm fucking obsessed. I finished the fix done, and now I'm here. And it's just
you dragged me.
I dragged you in. I just wanted to go to one hockey game because I was like, it'll be fun, it'll be fine. And now we're stuck now we're doing a podcast about a hockey team. It's not even been a year. And so I'm fucking obsessed. I'm really happy that we got to watch them go all the way deep into the playoffs. The narratives with the Oilers are great. I'm really thrilled that they're doing okay this season. It's not the greatest, but it's better than start of last season. I miss the team that we had. I will always miss that team that we had. That will always be my first team, and I'll watch those players throughout wherever they go. But I love them with my heart and soul. Number 2, I love you, Pittsburgh Penguins. If I didn't love the Oilers so much, it would be the Pens. And unfortunately for Saint and my poor father, I just happened to get into hockey with a different team. Because my dad has loved the Pens since well before I was born. And so he wanted to get me into hockey, and he tried to take me to a couple games, and it just couldn't get into it.
You could have been.
I could have been a sports girl. I could have been to a sport.
You could have pulled me into the Pittsburgh Penguins when they didn't suck.
No, this was a blessing.
It's true. It had to happen now.
Yeah. The Bruins, it started off as a joke, and now it's not a joke. Unfortunately, that is my life. I'm rooting for you, but only when it's not my team. Again, Dallas Stars. We're very similar in the top of our lists, Saint.
Yeah, the top, because it's one of those things where it's like,
hey, did you see what's going on?
And we'll send cute little things about stuff, and then
I just realized that I don't have the Kraken on here.
I was looking for the Kraken on
I don't know where it is. Also, it has the Coyotes. I don't know. Maybe I found an old list. The Kraken is in this category. It's very quickly scooting its way up to beside the Bruins. And it's because it started as a bit, haha, funny, Jessica Campbell, haha, funny, look at their cute goalie. Uh-oh.
You can say hot. He's hot. Like,
he's hot, but that wasn't what got me. It was his.
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah,
it was the complete and utter failure in the jump that they won against the Flames.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's when I went, oh, he's adorable. Oh no. We're okay. Nuance. The Canes. I should be a Canes fan. They are the closest team to me. I've been to their barn a couple times. I just went back in October. They should be up there, and they're just not. The Avalanche.
I told you.
It's vibes, yeah. The Avalanche, I don't give a fuck. They have a really cool, like, the Nate McKinnon and Cale Makar, I think are really cool. That they have a center and a defenseman, like, that are that strong. I hate that they won a cup before Connor. The Coyotes, aka Utah Hockey Club, I don't care. That's one of the I wish it was still the Coyotes. The Sens, again, it's very similar to Saints. It's Linus Hallmark. I love you more than life itself. I think that they're a little snappy, which I also like. They have their moments of complete and utter shit fits, and I think that's really funny.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
Yeah. The Blue Jackets, again, very similar to Saints. I think they're fine. They've been through enough. I like their cannon. I think their cannon's funny. And then the Sharks, underdog. That's my underdog team. If I had to root for one, it would be them. They exist. Again, this is the category where shit has changed. When Saint gets into something, she goes all in, and I have to do it on my own time. Mm-hmm. And so because of the podcast, this is kind of where because I've had to start watching and like formulating my opinions, this is how it's gotten. The New Jersey Devils, I again like them more now that we've done the podcast. I don't give a fuck about the Islanders. This is gonna go fast because I really don't have any opinions.
Champ, I'm a hater. Champ is, I'm indifferent
until yeah.
I just hate everybody of a very whatever, but I would probably save you for your dreading. Champ is like, I don't really care about you. The people she hates, she would kill.
The Sabres, I do like the Sabres a lot more. I'm so sad that they took Clouder. The Rangers, I have to kind of hate them more because of Saint. If I don't, she'll kill me. The Red Wings, I don't give a fuck. The Lightning, I don't give a fuck. The Jets, I fucking can't believe you're having such a good run. But again, first round exit, haha, funny. The Predators, again, it really sucks that they have such a star team and they cannot get their feet going.
So funny.
The Wild, I'm mad at you. We'll talk about that later. You might get moved back up the list. It depends on how you treat Flower for the rest of the season. Not my team. I think it's the Kings. I'm really sad that they took Fogle from the Oilers, but I think it's really funny that we kick their ass every time.
This isn't a rivalry. They beat our ass every time.
The Leafs, it's really funny to root against you. Sorry. I'm not actively rooting for your downfall, but when shit happens to you, I laugh. So that's really funny. Chicago, fuck you. Philadelphia Flyers, they're just not, I don't give a fuck. I think Gritty's cool, but that's about as far as I can go for the Flyers. The Caps, again, not my team. I think that I want Ovi to win. I think it would be fun for him to win or to beat Gretzky's record. If they get even close to a sniff at the playoff run, I will move them down. And then the Habs.
We're not even at our conference.
I know. The Habs, it's fine. You're just, I don't give a fuck. Now here is where I become viscerally angry. Calgary, I hate you. For Battle of Alberta, it's so fun to kick your ass every time. And I know that we forced you into a rebuild, but they're having a really good season and I'm mad about it. Vegas Golden Knights, fuck you. I hate you so much. I want you to be at the bottom of the tier list. So not the tier list, excuse me. I want you to be at the bottom of the standings. That's how much I despise them. It's because they're
actively rooting for your downfall.
I want your downfall to come quick and now. I think the reason is also because of Mark Stone. I don't care about him as a person. I hope he's healthy and is actually having trouble. Because if they're just abusing the IR system, then I'm gonna lose my shit. Florida, fuck you. I know I'm going to a game in February, but currently I'm still mad about how you kicked our asses in the Stanley Cup final. I think it's really funny because they just lost last night to was it the Ducks or was it the Black? They just lost last night and it was really bad. The Blues, again, it's very much similar to Saints, is they took our boys. I'm still sad about Hollywood. I miss him more than life itself. You can definitely tell on the Oilers that there is a missing piece, and he was a very big part of that missing piece, him and Clouder. I'm sad about everybody else that got traded, but he's the one that I miss the most. Yeah, he hurt.
He hurt.
The Vancouver Canucks. I hate them so much. I hate them with a burning passion. I want them to fall in a hole and stay there for the rest of their existence. I think they have a really cool aesthetic. I will give you that. I know I called you a penalty on it, but I'm a referee, so I don't give a fuck.
In officiating.
But I hate you. I need Twitter to understand that I don't give a fuck about you, and I don't want to see people posting about the Canucks when I am scrolling through Twitter. But because I like the Oilers, they must think, Twitter's algorithm must think that I like the Canucks. Every time I see a Canucks post, I want to burn them in a fire. And I think that one of the biggest reasons is also because their fan base is like kind of atrocious. And I know that's coming from an Oilers fan whose fan base like, is kind of atrocious.
We're bad, but like when the Dallas round happened, and like that DJ fucked up and apologized, and then Dallas, and we were like, hey, we're cool. We know how to be cool with people. Yes. I feel like the Canucks do not know how to be cool with people.
I understand. It's there was a post the other day that was like like Canucks, the mayor of Vancouver being like, as a fan, I want them to win Stanley Cup. As a mayor, I don't think the city could handle it. Like, I don't think your team should riot when they win or lose. And
they've had the most, like, they should get their own page on Wikipedia, by the way. They've had more riots in their city over hockey than some entire, like, than any other, like, all the hockey riots.
Yeah.
It's
not awful.
Just Vancouver. It's just Vancouver.
I hate Vancouver so much. And the problem is, I think that they're very They're obviously very salty that we have Connor McDavid, aka the best hockey player in the world right now. It's just the amount of people who are like, oh, well, Connor McDavid is a wash up, or like, I defend these players like viscerally, and the people that I have the most trouble with is the fucking Vancouver Canucks fans. So I'm very normal. And if the fucking sportsmanlike conduct that I'm calling right now, that we're moving into right now, calls the Vancouver Canucks, I am gonna lose my shit. So yeah, that's our hater tier list.
Yeah, again, I think it's funny the difference in how we hate. Yeah. Like, I have legitimate reasons and then just vibe checks. Yeah. But like, I always can find something good about you overall. Champ, the people she hates, she hates. It's so fun. Like, she hates these way more than I do.
All right, so we are going to move into sportsmanlike conduct. Having said that, hockey gods, please be nice. Let's see who we get. This is not going to go well.
They're going to get us.
Maybe they'll be nice.
Meh.
Okay, I'm going to spin it again because it was the Bruins.
Oh yeah, we've had them. We've had them
three. This will be third time, so we're going to spin again.
We've already done them.
We can talk about the Bruins, but let's see. Oh no. Okay. It's the Kings. That could have been a lot worse.
It could have.
So the Kings, the Los Angeles Kings. I think we have very similar answers.
We always have some. Actually, sometimes we don't.
No,
but
I'll let you go first this time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I have two small things.
Okay.
One is they had one of the coolest jerseys in the league.
That was one of mine.
The black one with the purple accents and the silver crown. That was one of the sickest jerseys in the league. And as someone who does not like the Kings, I would wear that jersey. Two, I guess you were good to Gretzky, maybe?
Hey, he won a cup with them.
Yeah, I guess. And and what was the other one? The other love story that was cute. Fucking Big Jeff Carter and Mike Smith or whatever. Like they were separated and then they reunited. Like that's I'm a sucker for narratives. Yes. I love narratives, and that's the whole reason we look for it, is the narratives are so good. So yeah, like good narratives in that. But other than that,
mine is similar. I like the jerseys. I think the jerseys were fucking sick.
Not their current ones. Not their current one. Just that specific one.
That gold, that purple and black one, gorgeous.
I'm gonna have to find a picture of it so we can put it in the.
My thing is, they were actually really good to Fogle, and Warren Fogle was a member of the Oilers. He was one of the first ones. I think he was the first one traded off the 2024 team. And he made a whole thing. He was like, they've been really good to me. They've been really nice. So I was really happy about that, because there is such a rivalry with the Oilers and the Kings. But it's almost at this point like a, hey, happy to see you again kind of rivalry. So I'm just really happy that it wasn't too tense, because when RV came over, the very first thing he did was accidentally trip Connor, which sucks. But now that they've been playing together for months, it's obviously there's no bad blood there. But it's just very funny that I looked at it and gone, okay, Fogle, I'm just happy you're happy. I just wish you were back on our team.
It's so funny because now that makes me want to put the Kings into my I am vehemently rooting against you instead of my fuck the Kings tier. Because like hearing you have different your tier list, like I forgot about the long-term injured reserve bullshittery from Vegas and how much I hated that. Because other teams can do like if you're gonna abuse it, but they like Vegas is the one who gets away with everything, and then when other teams start doing it, then it's the issue. Yes. That's what I have. My main thing. So yeah, I guess the Kings, they to me are more like the Maple Leafs. Like I would maybe move them up a tier. Yeah, probably.
But it's just they're
a good rivalry. They're a good rivalry. They're a good rivalry. Yeah. Like not like
there are playoff rivalry like the Bruins and the Leafs.
Yeah. Like
except we kick their ass every time.
Yeah, exactly. We kick their ass every time.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this episode, folks. We really appreciate you listening through all of our rants and ramblings, especially today. The podcast, the Puck Witches podcast is released on Spotify and our YouTube channels, and you can join the Night Witches Discord via the link below to talk about the episodes directly, as well as enjoy our other channels full of gaming, hobbies, and good vibes.
Sometimes we record these episodes live on Twitch, so make sure you're following us there. And if you want to support us with a Twitch Prime on either or both of our channels, you get access to cute emotes and extra channel points so you can prank us. If you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Follow us on Twitter for updates and maybe Blue Sky soon.
Yes. And lastly, don't forget to support the St. Astra Drysidle Jersey Fund by checking out Saint's Etsy or subscribing on Twitch. We love you all and hope the hockey season is treating you well. Champ and Saint, signing off.
Stay witchy!